Joining me now for the Trader Rundown is Todd Bubba Horowitz of BubbaTrading.com, and always a pleasure to have you on the show.
Good morning, great to be here.
So Bubba, tell us, what do you think about earnings so far? We are in the early going.
I think, we saw Alcoa missed. I think that earnings are expected to be worse than we would see. I think that what you really have to just watch for is what is expected versus how they perform, because a lot of the bad news has already been priced into a lot of these stocks.
That is very true. All right, let's talk about what's going on with the overall market conditions. We're seeing a lot of reversals, days when we come in and the market is rallying and then there's a big pullback. What's behind that?
I think what you're looking at here is if we can get participation from volume and volatility, which we really haven't had yet, but you're starting to see a potential top of the market for maybe a trading range or whatever, but when you see markets consistently open higher, trade higher overnight, open higher in the morning, and then sell off during the rest of the day, which we've seen for a number of days consecutively now, that's usually a sign that the top is in, because what you're seeing usually in the morning is the funds buying first for IRAs and things like that. So there's always buying there. They push the markets up a little bit, and then the sellers come in and push them down. But we're still lacking some volume and volatility. But overall, looks like it's like forming a temporary top here to maybe push down markets on just a little bit lower.
Is the stock market hinged still on oil?
I was never a big believer that the stock market had anything to do with oil itself. I think that the S&P gets driven a little bit because of the weight of the oil stocks there. But overall, I think they're supposed to go in opposite directions, which they should. I think that we more made a big deal about this when it's really not true. If you go back and look at the chart, you'll see that the comparison is only an occasion of actual value to the stock market. And it's really the stock market that drives itself and oil drives itself. And when we see the dollar weakening, we see oil strengthening and so on and so forth. So the overall deal is I don't think they're correlated. I think they're just, for a short period of time, they were going the same way, but typically they will go opposite.
You are bullish on Tesoro. What do you see happening there? Where's that stock going?
Tesoro oil is back at that 80 level, and I think that here in the 80 area, I think you've got a great chance to see it go back over 90, maybe even higher. I can't predict how high I think it'll go. I think we're at a great level of support. It's making what I like to call a nice rounding bottom there. So it looks like it wants to hold. It looks like it wants to try to go higher. And if oil is going to be good, which I think it will be, I think that Tesoro has a chance to continue to rally.
Thank you for coming on the show.
My pleasure. Great to be here.